Hello, I'm Troy, and I'm the programmer for Dreambyte Interactive.
Hello, I'm Lizzie, and I'm the narrative designer.
So today we're going to be showing some footage of our beta test, the final playtest before we release the game, that occurred on the 6th of April. It's going to be spliced between real-life footage and in-game recorded footage. So the first thing you see when you launch Sangvori is the main menu. This is where you'll get to choose your character's name and either host the server yourself or connect to someone else's server. You can also read through the tutorials and learn how to play from the menu.
During the loading screen, there'll be snippets giving you hints and ideas about the story from the perspective of the Doctor, who wanders the depths of the catacombs before these brave but foolish villagers decided to travel on down.
Once you've connected to the server, you'll be allowed to chat with the other people in a global chat system while you wait for everyone to connect, and then the host will decide when the game starts.
I'm not ready for this.
So we started the first round, and I am playing a human survivor, which is the most common role to be. Now, unfortunately, the Bloodsucker spots me really quickly and sneaks up behind me. But luckily enough, I managed to turn off my light, hide myself in the darkness, and the Bloodsucker runs right past me. Now my goal is to track down some keys and open a casket to try and find a weapon.
This looks like a part of something.
Due to the Bloodsucker's ability to infect other players, anyone you bump into might turn into a Bloodsucker at any point. Here I actually run into you, funnily enough. And I put one key in the casket earlier, meaning that as you have a key we can unlock it and get a weapon.
And Troy, being selfish, takes the weapon.
This is what we came here for.
Teamwork is highly encouraged in Sangvori for the human players. For example, as it's quite dark, when you're holding the hand cannon, you'll be like limited to the fire, meaning having someone to follow you around with a torch and help you aim could make a great difference. Now we get joined by 3 more players who have made a little group themselves and come towards the gate. Unfortunately, no one has a key, so we can't actually open the gate. And I decide that I'm going to back off and walk around a little bit before getting attacked by the Bloodsucker there. So I don't trust the people that have just arrived, as that anything could have happened before, so I decide to go and have a walk around and try and find the key by myself. I speed the footage up here because nothing really happens, but you can see the scale of the map and how easy it is to get lost in the catacombs.
I think the level design really brings the nature of being lost and fearful to life.
While I'm walking around not helping anyone, someone manages to find a key and brings it back, so now we can start to move the gate up. The more players moving the gate up means the faster it will go. The Bloodsucker does attack again, but luckily enough I'm quite quick with the hand cannon and we manage to kill him before he injures anyone. Unfortunately, Connor pulls the lever to drop the gate right before I get into it, so we have to pull it up again. That's designed so if a Bloodsucker's close, you can sacrifice yourself by pulling the lever.
You could have made a worthy sacrifice then.
Yeah. That area I just showed is an area where a Bloodsucker can jump down from. There's a large part above the map where humans can't get to, but Bloodsuckers can use to move around quickly and ambush the humans. So now we're in the second part of the map behind the first gate. Again, I kind of walk around and don't do much while other people find the keys. Here you can see players around the map trying, in their own little groups, trying to survive together.
If you look on my screen there, you can see the slight green around the edges indicating that I've just been infected.
There's no way to tell that another player is infected until they turn into a bloodsucker.
The unholy! They're here!
I do get ambushed just there by a bloodsucker, and I changed my hand cannon to try and shoot him before realising that I didn't actually reload after I shot the last time, and I unfortunately die. Meaning that now I can spectate the game until the round ends. So while I'm dead, they do manage to get the keys to go into the final safe room. And not only that, they manage to build the crank as well, meaning that all they have to do is lower the gate in the safe room to win the round. Unfortunately, they make the mistake of letting, is that Connor?
Yeah,
Connor
Connor
into
again.
the safe room, so then they have to raise it again, meaning that Ali runs in as the bloodsucker and actually kills everyone.
Oh, you're dead. Oh, come on. The Dukes. Close it, please. Oh, shit. You can do it. It's almost there.
Oh, damn it.
That was me.
Oh, so close to winning. Wow.
Anyway, one time.
Oh, yeah. So close.
I was really happy about that. So then the next round begins, and I become the bloodsucker. Every round 20% of the players will start as bloodsuckers, and you will start above the map in the bloodsucker only area. It's now my job to hunt down, infect or kill the human survivors before they make it to the safe room. I decided to jump down where I know a spawn point is located, but unfortunately don't catch whoever spawned there, as they've already left the area. As you can see, the bloodsuckers can move around without needing the use of a torch, but hiding in the darkness is possible, as they're limited on how far they can see in the dark. I do catch someone's light there, so I try to sneak up on them. And when the music changes, indicating that they'll know I'm behind them, I begin to run at them. So as the bloodsucker, I want to try and infect the humans. I managed to do so here. The skull above the head indicates they'll turn, and then join my team after about a minute. Due to the cooldown of my ability, I can't use it constantly, so instead of infecting this player, I decide to kill them instead, taking them out of the game.
You generally want to infect players in order to get them onto your team and allow the mechanic of deception to come into play. However, taking them out of the game can prove effective as well, just not quite as much.
So the player I infected will look and sound like a human for the next 60 seconds. So their job will be trying to make friends with a human, get them to trust them, and then turn into a bloodsucker and kill them. I go on a bit of a rampage here and manage to either kill or infect all players per one, which I didn't realise had a hand cannon.
That was me.
And whoever's spectating and recording actually picks up me being killed there. But we get our revenge. Here I'm speaking in
Okay.
Bloodsucker only
Oh,
chat,
okay.
and we're just waiting for Lizzie to come through the gate so we can ambush her.
Although Ali did say let's kill, or in all chat.
And there we have it. The Bloodsuckers take that win. So for the final round, I become the Priest. The Priest is a one-off class. Only one player will be playing as the Priest throughout the game. They play on the human side, but have the added ability to heal players and also to purify them of infection. You can tell the priest apart from the other players by their nifty Bible.
The priest is generally the most, well, they are the most important role and player on the map for the humans, and so you generally want to guard them and keep them alive, as they can be taken out and infected just as easily as regular humans. But obviously with their added abilities and skill, they're an essential quality to, or essential part of survival.
So we all managed to group up here, and we seem like a pretty solid team. I do get attacked from behind as I'm not looking like I'm not watching my back, but lucky enough someone's quite quick to take out the Bloodsucker there, and we get past the first gate. So this is where you build the crank with the safe room. I have a part, so I add it, and then we go back to try and find the last part.
You can tell if you have a crank part or not from the top right hand corner of the screen, showing you whether you've collected a key or a crank part. You generally want to be collecting these throughout the game, holding onto your crank part for when you need it at the end.
I didn't get very far with my search. I do end up hiding for most of it, and then someone does manage to get back through past the Bloodsucker and place the final crank part. Connor tries to get in again, but from our mistakes last time we don't open it back up again, so while me and the other human survivor in the room will win.
No.
And you can see him there in chat begging to be let in as well. And that was the final playtest. The game changed a little bit since then, but it does show the features.
Thank you for watching.
And we hope you enjoy Sangvori.
What?